that is something the members of Salt Esports have to be aware of as the remaining members of God Particles look to get into the B bomb site. Just again, God Particles, they're looking for an opportunity somewhere to get kills, and it's going to be Jivix with a headshot. Stranger fires even more bullets into the skulls of the attackers, and plenty of people are falling. And look at these two defenders, they've completely just been lopsided. They have just trying to make that stronghold, but in doing so, the attackers entirely surrounded them, and only one remains from Salt Esports.
Demon, a 1v2 retake ahead of him. Luckily, he doesn't have to deal with any utility placement, but the crossfire is deadly. He's got 2 smokes. He can try to block off one of these regions, but as an Astra, it's just simply not convenient enough.
It will be a big help to them.
And now that the shock dart has broken all this utility, there's nothing to tell the side of the defenders that KnightRider is already over here.
Oh.
He invades so deep into A lane, gets a nice kill onto Gunner, almost secured the Vandal as well. But hey, his death is not in vain. Look at what's done now. Stargod is already inside Garage. Absolutely no way for DarKkKy to figure that out, because he was expecting a push towards the B side, not Garage. And because of that, C is in shambles now. The distraction plays from God Particles are just too good over here.
To be on A, and since they're not coming from attacker spawn, they've got to be on defender spawn, and God Particles are hunting them down. They're here on Heaven. They've been flashed. The recon bolt goes through.
And here comes the execution sequence. Pop. KnightRider moving inside. Gravity Veil sucking into Gunner, but he's still not able to secure the kill. Finally, a flash has to come through to enable him, and that is it. The A side crumble.
No one from God Particles is going to allow him to pick it up. It's going to be the more difficult job to deal with.
I know, but the retake utility, is it available? I don't think it is. KnightRider already on the backstab, while his teammates are using the big Hunter Speedy as a massive distraction, and they had absolutely no way to hear the footsteps of KnightRider because they are busy dodging laser beams. Stranger now trapped in between, has to push through, has no other choice.
God Particles.
Finally, Salt Esports taking initiative, pushing up all towards A lobby, but do they expect KnightRider to be on long? No, sir, they did not. And while they are aware of the fact that KnightRider is present over here, can they do anything about it? Absolutely not. Jivix is part of the actual execute. Tells his teammates, guys, that's where the actual execute is happening.
Not give away the skill. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, the actual spike is there. The actual execute is there. The spike's gonna go down. Great kill with the operator. And now God Particles back off because a flurry of just this utility dump happens from the members of Salt Esports. The Hunter Fury was there. There were many defenders peeking those corners as well. And it has resulted in mass casualties for the side of God Particles. And a situation with which they have to deal with. And not a lot of resources available to deal with as well. Only 2 members alive now.
Jesus. Just when we started to think that Salt Esports had this in the bag, they dumped a myriad of utility towards the B side instead of get the plant. But in this 1v2, how does he play this? Preemptive utility dumped. He can hear Stranger around the box. Oh my lord, he's going bird hunting today. Blocks Jivix off midair, and Stranger does get revealed. And he's just being played for time now.
Yeah, he is. Again, the HP differential is real. Shivy, he's been tagged a bit as well, sticking the half. Stranger getting tagged, and Shivy pulls off this 1v2 clutch of the defenders.
Yeah, and I expect nothing else in this round either. It's just a bunch of sheriffs anyway. They're getting kills everywhere. A shot towards back of C. It's almost like God Particles are playing deathmatch at this point. They are able to get kills every single place. No point of him sticking around here all by himself trying to get this kill. Oh my god. Hunter's Fury committed, and even the Rolling Thunder, it doesn't affect KnightRider. He's buying space for himself. He's buying all the frags. But this is skill that you cannot buy. It has to be earned through sheer hard work. And the element of surprise on the verge of an ace. It's just Stranger lying in between him and yet another piece of clip that will be repeated thousands of times. Stargod doesn't even want to fight. He's just letting KnightRider go ahead and do the dirty tree. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen.
But it still ended up with the same result. A blade in the skull of 3 members of Salt Esports, and now it's bullets.
Stranger too much. He's getting sucked inside. He only has 1 turret for cover, but it ends up working for him. Gets him at least a single frag. Gunner tries to swing for the trade, but he doesn't get anything done. Jivix all by himself. Even if he dashes back, he's not going to be safe. He gets at least 1. No immediate swing from Logistaa. It comes a little bit late, but hey, that enables Demon to come here just in time.
Go off from the side of God Particles. The Hunter Spree from Salt Esports can get a couple of kills. However, when are the defenders going to die? That's the question God Particles will be asking, and that's the question ScarGod will be answering. That's the 2K, and that's a triple while he was moving. Gets rid of DarKkKy. Salt Esports are down to the 2 members who can get killed. Stranger pushing into the bomb site all alone. He needs to isolate this gunfight. ScarGod on low HP. Gets his head chopped off entirely. 2 versus 3 scenario. Cosmic Divide goes off. Audio cues have been shut off. And now KnightRider with his operator. He pops off.
We assume that there's 2 people on C-Long, but what can he do about it? No cover available now after the smoke. And there's people behind. They're comfortable around him. Yeah, like one with water, and Jivix now being absolutely desperate, moving in with fury. Kills one person, but that's all. And at least he's managed to damage the Logistaa to 5 HP, so there is a chance that Salt Esports get at least 1 round in this half before it ends. But Gunner's flank, it's just on the border. Logistaa still so aware about every position.
Oh, now ScarGod.
Yeah, I mean, he got scared at the very least. He saw 2 people, a double peek, so they at least dealt with him. So Salt Esports still have the advantage, but can they finally convert it?
Oh, now God Particles know if they had 2 people behind them, there's only got to be 1 on the bomb side, and now they isolate 2 of these gunfights. The plant is going to go down on A, and he has to make cover of his own. Now, thanks to him. Yeah, for him, he's got a lot of cover to play with, but not a lot of angles that he can win. Right. Now, just does right here, Frenzy, close quarter combat. That's going to be a double for him. Does he back off as he goes behind? Oh my god, he gets the 3rd with the assistance of his teammates. And now the reinforcements are right here, all down to Stranger. There is a lot of danger. How does he evade, escape through all of this? Well, he gets 1 kill. That's something. But now everyone knows about this, not just in this server, but in European servers as well. They know Strangers right here in the corner, and everyone can go. I don't. Yeah, they're not gonna push. They're just going to use their utility. I don't think they'll be peeking. No, they do. That's going to be the peak coming in. Stranger, that's the final bit of utility he has. He has to suffer for another 23 seconds to get his recon. However, in that time, the round is gonna get over. The match is gonna get over. He's got to do something right now. And she goes through, preventing and obscuring the line of sight. DarKkKy pushing through it, gets a great kill. That's a 2nd. And now God Particles, they're falling into the crosshairs of Salt Esports, but they still need a couple of more kills. Both of these teams do.
Oxen screen down. That doesn't allow the Shivi and EmbeR to crawl back into A main if things go wrong. They can't even go for the plant safely over here because they're getting peppered by Gunner and Jivix in this angle. At least Jivix going down gives them a little bit of space. Now they don't have to worry directly about the doorway, but they both get revealed. Finally, Toxin screen comes back up. This is a very small window they have to spike plant and get out of here. But instead of planting, they are just simply getting out of here.
Here right now is the time, not the manpower of Salt Esports on board, but the time. Logistaa needs to do some play to distract the defenders, because look at them. Sova is pushing through from defender spawn. Demon from behind with the flank. No one from God Particles is expecting that. That's 1 kill isolated, and Shivi is all alone in the bomb side. Logistaa is there to his aid, and this is just cleanup.
There's 3. There's nothing he could have done about this. KnightRider getting a kill and already moving across the other side. Stranger can't do anything to stop them, really. He just has to concede the site and hope that the retake will work for them. There is still Jivix in the site, making things easier as he holds on with all his might. Finally, the backup from Stranger.
Using on Haven to deal immense damage, pick up those rifles from the members of Salt Esports, and now with him pushing through mid, the spike is still over at Castle. Not really sure where it's gonna go, but the blades go directly into the skull of Jivix. That is the 1st kill for God Particles right now.
The only thing working in the favor of Salt Esports is their man advantage, and an even better thing is that they've dealt with EmbeR. That's the lurker down. But in doing so, ScarGod has managed to creep into the B side. Now, while they can hear the spike plant, they don't know that ScarGod is the only one over here. If they swung him like 5 seconds ago, they could have easily denied the spike plant. They could have easily taken this area in control. But they don't know that he's alone over here. They still assume things for the worst. And KnightRider's flank could be amazing. Oh no, not anymore. All his teammates towards B are dead, and the spike can be defused easily. All Stranger has to do is buy some space for his friends, and he doesn't even need to pick up a fight to do that.
The spikes here as well. Jivix!
Seekers detect him, and that's the element of surprise gone. To add extra cover, the secondary Viper's pit has been deployed as well, but Shivi hasn't been covered by the toxins, so Jivix is able to get at least that one kill. His position over here at least denies the postman positions for God Particles, but the moment I say that, he's gone, and God Particles can retreat deeper into the A main region. As if they didn't have enough cover already, EmbeR and Skargod now not even caring that they have the cover, going above and beyond it, challenging the gunfights. They just simply don't care.
Is able to tag a couple of the members on the side of God Particles. Logistaa pushing through right now. Neural theft goes off, and his presence has been detected, but so has the location of every single member on the side of Salt Esports, and they're looking to be picked off by the members of God Particles. That's exactly what's happening. 2 headshots, 2 vandals, 2 different players, but the same result nonetheless.
Everything to gain. Gunner and his null command available. He tries to push on, but before he can even take his baby, scores the Hunter's Fury. Well, Stranger fights fire with fire and lasers with lasers. Seekers get popped, hoping to buy some space for the members of God Particles over here, but Scar
That's the operator gone.
Getting every kill possible, and he doesn't seem to stop right here. A triple for him, and this man is on fire.
Salt Esports, this is damage control for them right now. They know they can't make do with the situation. They're peeking into the flashes. 4K for him. Skargod, he finally bites the shock darts that are going off. The flashes, the guiding lights, everything assisting the attackers into executing onto the bomb site. Oh!
DarKkKy buying a little bit space for his fellow KO to fall back, but even when he does do that, does it get them anything? No sir, only a bullet in the head. At least they get a consolation kill on KnightRider, but can Demon do anything else? Nah, he's gonna meet God when he dies over here.
Will they have to rely on something like the firepower, which Salt Esports have to do? Well, we've got the null command. Demon goes down. That's another player gone. However, Jivix gets the trade. Another operator on board. But that's an operator lost in Skargod. He doesn't care. He's not lost in the sauce. He's making sauce out of the bodies and the blood of Salt Esports.
And he's able to get the clear line of sight on the Stranger. No. So that's where you overextend. He saw 4 people over there, should have gone back, but does he care? No, he doesn't. And that actually results in a little bit of help. Stranger's trapped. He's got too many places to worry about, and Logistaa finally comes back, shoots him in the head, and falls back to safety as well. Now they're kind of trapped, but the spike is deep inside enemy territory, and they need a way to retrieve it. With the spike down, their only option is to kill other people, and I think that's a convenient solution for a problem like this.
Oh, though. Okay, victors in the end. Now, Salt Esports, yet again, a round where they have the rifles, they have the necessary gunpower. 3 members on A, KnightRider openly peeking that. And yet again, the operator of Jivix, the vandal of Stranger. And in this case, I mean, God Particles, okay. Yeah, this is just sheer greed. They're walking into the bomb site without checking anything. Look at Shivi right now. He doesn't have any bit of support. EmbeR's there towards Halls. He picks up 3 kills, that is. Utility, not only something you'd like to do. KnightRider in the meanwhile, he's not an initiator, he's the duelist. He's got the operator checking the angle, not checking the corner. That allows Jivix easy little kill right there. God Particles, they're being picked off one by one, and the members that have infiltrated into enemy territory, well, they can't really do much because the spike is still with Shivi towards attacker spawn.
Jivix finally getting the multi-kill he needed. Logistaa puts his killing speed to an end, and while Jivix, he was about to receive backup from DarKkKy, EmbeR has cut off that backup line. Even finally dealing with lurkers, but he will deal with everyone in the process.
And this backstab from KnightRider, I mean, it's getting so much information that all of the attackers are near the A bomb site. Stay there. However, DarKkKy, playing from castle, playing towards mid, gets 2 easy kills. Now KnightRider, his job is to eliminate does, but still, it is a 2 versus 3, and Salt Esports can, like you say, brute force their way into the bomb site.
This should finally be an opportunity for Salt Esports to secure the pistol. Both their opponents low on health. 1 bullet each should be able to dispatch them, and Jivix a little labored, but he finally does put him in the coffin. But EmbeR might just have the ability to clutch around beyond the grave. Cannot denies it.
Classics to their assistance. Meanwhile, the opposition, they're running around with Spectres, and Skargod is running for this kill. Close quarter combat. Nah, DarKkKy, he still gets the frag. So does Gunner and more of his teammates. And now it's the man himself. It's the Marshal itself, left alone. And okay, he survives with 56 HP relatively. escapes that situation, but how long can he escape for really? Not much. Assemble right here onto the bomb site. However, they are dying. That's the major problem. Logistaa, does he check the corner? Oh, well, it's going to be Shiving getting the kill nonetheless. Here are the two supportive players coming in from B main. They need the assistance of EmbeR as well. But all members of God Particles are right here. It's going to be a one-sided retake. And it may just end up in their favor. 3 versus 2, 3 versus 1. They have the man advantage. And it's Gunner all alone with the Spectre.
Oh, they get all the kills, but they can't get the defuse. They have an advantage and they want to make the most of it. But will they get to? Apparently not. EmbeR, having a hero phantom which he saved from the last round, gets 1 kill, but his teammates can't follow up. Finally, Salt Esports are able to get a lifeline. I hope they can hold on to it because it's as thin as a thread.
Yeah, absolutely is right now. Salt Esports, they need this map in the overall sense of how the gauntlet is going. And so far, they are well on their way to get it. Shivy now at the Marshal. He'll be looking for a kill. Has missed both of the shots right now. Unfortunately, just bombarded by attacks. Wave of attacks being executed from the side of Salt Esports. This time, it's not fragments. It's going to be the Viper Sped. And it's going to be ScarGod because of the reveal getting that kill. DarKkKy has also been flashed. Now, ScarGod needs to find this kill, but EmbeR does it for him. It's going to be another retake coming in from B main. The same thing God Particles did in the previous round as well.
Exactly, and it works like a charm every single time. You're able to get the player under window perfectly using the switch. But this time, the flashes from the side of Salt Esports are also great.
Regardless of where God Particles are retaking from, it's not going to work out regardless because of the disparity of the guns. Gunner gets the initial kill. The fragment has been thrown off towards the castle section. All the defenders in attacker spawn right now. They'll be good for 1 kill. Maybe a second for EmbeR. Oh, that's just unfortunate right there.
At least now we know that Salt Esports have figured it out. So until God Particles come up with a new thing, they probably will not be able to deal with this. And that's exactly why you see this eco round from God Particles, right? There's so much that happened even in a insignificant round like this. Salt Esports tried to sell their
operator there. There goes the Hunter's Fury, the Seekers, the Viper Spit. 3 of the ults are going to be utilized. One of them grants a kill. The second granting a lot of information. Jivix there, ScarGod, excellent headshot. Now he falls to the ground as well, but God Particles, they have a lot of information. Again, the location has been revealed. Jivix is looking for another kill. Salt Esports cannot for the life of them plant the spike. Well, they do it right now. However, God Particles are just going to collapse onto them and they're just going to kill every single attacker out there. Well, there's only one out there. Now it's turned to none. God Particles with only a single casualty win this round.
Getting detected by the Sova utility will eventually be shot by Jivix and of course the laser beam too. So that's a little unfortunate. ScarGod hasn't been detected. He tries to push and he does kill Jivix. Now the 2 remaining members in the site are kind of trapped. They need the Viper utility to fall back towards A main, without which they will be so vulnerable to Shivy's utility. They were trapped over there and Shivy detonates the bomb, blows them apart. It's just Stranger. And there's nothing he can do. He doesn't even have a line of sight onto his enemies. A random shock dart kill is all he can hope for, but Shivy tanks that damage like an absolute Chad and continues to hold on to the defuse. They kind of have no purpose now. They finally find the camera, but it's a bit too late. Logistaa has already done the damage. He knows that the other players are trapped towards that planting region. They don't even have any opportunity to fall back. The little cover that the toxin screen is providing will very well be nullified by KnightRider's invasive action, and his intent is not pure, not at all.
A single round differentiates this team and securing spot number 2 in Group B. Season 4, Logistaa from mid, between the cyber cages, he gets a cheeky little kill. EmbeR follows through. Yes, Salt Esports are trying for kills. They've gotten 2, but in doing so, they've lost 3 of their own members. The spike hasn't gone down, and that toxic.
Very soon, the light will be expunged from their eyes, plunging them into the abyss unless Stranger pulls them out of this nightmare, delivers a lifeline, and he does.
Stages, we are in the end game, and very soon there is going to be a result determined as KnightRider openly peeks. He gets 1 kill, but that was just far too aggressive. Well, good for him. He gets the kill of Stranger, so that's one of the initiators gone. However, the execute is right here into the bomb site.
Jivix is already all the way towards this broken wall. ScarGod has no idea. He turns around and gets all of them. Shivy somehow managing to control the damage, but I think it's done already. 2v2 though. He knows that at least they're not coming back towards B, so he signals his fellow Viper to go hunting down on the A side,
no.
catches DarKkKy. But hey, it's still not the spike. So the element of surprise lies with Demon. Of course, now that he goes in, he's gonna have to battle the Viper. And EmbeR, I think he has an idea. He knows where he is. Doesn't even look his prey in the eyes before he executes them.